Well, welcome. This is Urban Families and Resilience, CHDV 3210. And this is fall semester 2023. I'm going to be your instructor, Debbie Fingerhut. And I want to start off with welcoming all of you. This course is Zoom on Mondays from 4:30 to 5:45, followed by independent work. And although it's scheduled for Wednesday, it really can be completed at any point during the week. So when we Zoom, our first class, our first class is going to be a recorded overview of the syllabus and calendar. And then our first Zoom class, where you will get to see me in real time, and I will get to meet all of you, will be August 28th, a Monday. Here is our meeting ID and passcode, and a little bit about course communications. The first task that you have will be to go over the syllabus and post a picture of yourself on the Canvas profile. It'll make it easier for me to recognize all of you. I can learn your names, and so that I know who I'm communicating with. Make sure that you have regular access to CSULA email. Important information will be sent through announcements and so forth. You will also need a laptop or a desk computer. You can listen to lectures via your phone through Zoom, but to complete assignments, you will need access to a computer. When communicating to me, the instructor, your peers, please be kind, be respectful, be courteous, and use language that supports everyone, their backgrounds and their sensitivities and so forth. There is no required textbook. However, I do have readings that are embedded within the syllabus and calendar. So do click on those readings and make sure that you are prepared for Zoom class lectures. Again, this is a little bit about technology. If you do not have access to a computer, there are computers in the library, as well as contact IT. There may be loan laptops available. There were during COVID, so I'm not certain what is available at this time. All right, so here is our course syllabus and calendar. This is section 6, and this is fall 2023. This is my email address. Our class will meet via Zoom 4:30 to 5:45, as I mentioned. Here is my direct phone number, and all office hours will be conducted via email, Zoom, by appointment, and or by phone. Okay. A little bit about the course description. We're going to examine the role of diversity in dynamic interactions between culturally diverse families and other institutions in urban environments. The prerequisites are listed here. Course goals, we're going to introduce some contemporary issues in urban families from the perspective of cultural diversity. An introduction to the prevailing paradigm of family as a social institution will be defined by society or societal subgroups and represent social construction. There will be opportunities to engage in oral expression, self-reflection and evaluation using critical thinking about the diversity of contemporary families residing in urban environments. This should open your eyes to all of the parameters that that challenge families and challenge communities where we live. You're going to actively search and retrieve current literature and news using the university library, technology on urban families to complete your project, your group project, by the way, that will be presented via Zoom. Some of the learning outcomes are listed here. You're going to be able to describe normative family development in urban settings. You're going to be able to describe perspective of social construction as a way to understand how society has defined terms such as family. You're going to be able to develop an understanding of how contemporary families coexist and interact collectively in a metropolitan area. You're going to be able to identify challenges and stressors facing urban families, particularly as it creates an at-risk status for children and families. And you will be able to demonstrate learning through successful performance and assessments of multiple types. They're going to be really fun, using different tools and surveys and so forth. So it'll be very self-reflective. And lastly, you'll be able to explore strategies of contemporary urban families and how that they employ those strategies to overcome social problems and maintain healthy family functioning. As I mentioned, there's no required text. The reading assignments are embedded in the course calendar. And this is the instructional approach. Monday via Zoom, Wednesdays will be done independently. So on Wednesdays, you will have a recorded lecture. It is still a class time that you should carve out at least an hour, 15 minutes for that lecture, and then additional time to complete the homework assignments. Grading is done by percentages. It's not my favorite. I will have points assigned for each task that or assignment, and those are represented in the number or the percentages that go into your total score. So the assignments and are weighted by percentages. Those class activities that I'm talking about are supplemented by the readings, the lecture, the discussion topics, and those activities are worth points that total up to 15% of your grade. Okay. Some of those activities include a reflection, a survey assessment, a forum discussion, post short quiz, and other types of assignments. Participation is highly encouraged. This is a participatory class. You must participate. You will be part of a group. You will evaluate your peers' work and complete peer reviews and so forth. So I really encourage everyone to speak up, find your inner voice, and be prepared for discussions. Okay. There is a reflection and critical analysis assignment. You will watch a video called Two American Families, or a film rather. We will not view this in class, so you'll need to do this outside of class, and then you will write a reflective analysis, or a critical analysis, reflection and critical analysis of Two American Families. There will be a midterm exam and a final exam. 50 questions on each. I will have a study guide for both of those. There will be a midterm practice quiz that's worth about 10 points, and it's just to kind of get you ingrained in how I write my exams. Lastly, there's a neighborhood urban community assessment project. This is a group assignment, and at some point during the semester, you will form groups of 3 or 4 participants, and you will each have you will have to complete a group contract so that I know who is responsible for what components of this project. This will help to eliminate one member doing more work than another, and I will be able to see the accountability of each member of that group. So we will talk more about this project, but to summarize, some of the things that you're going to do is you're going to create a survey. You will select a neighborhood or city. You will collect data on that city after we listen to the librarian speak about the tools that are available to help you uncover census information in that city, employment, education, housing, and on and on. And there are a good number of resources at your fingertips that will be instrumental in helping you to prepare all of the slides for your presentation to the rest of the class about your urban community. So after you select a city, then you will devise questions for the survey. You'll survey a minimum of 15 individuals from that neighborhood or community. Therefore, I would select a neighborhood or community that you are most familiar with and may have family, friends, or acquaintances in that can help complete your survey. Using that data, you will create a game plan for selecting out a problem or a challenge that your survey identifies, whether it's homelessness or people not feeling safe to walk the streets, not enough parks, things like that. And then you will use that information to write to a local elected official, whether it's city council member or congressman, and this is called an advocacy letter. And so you will use that information to highlight an advocacy letter to your elected official about a problem within that neighborhood or city, and then your proposal for how to fix it. Often students, in fact, you will mail that letter off, and often students will get a reply from their elected official, and you would want to share that with your peers that were part of your group. So what you will need to turn in: the PowerPoint presentation, the advocacy letter. There is only one PowerPoint presentation and one advocacy letter per group. There will be probably 13 or 14 groups in total, because we have approximately 40 students enrolled in this course. So that will create approximately 13 to 14 groups of 3 individuals in each group. All right, and there's just a blurb about our final exam. This is how our letter grades are given based on the percentages of points that you've accumulated during the semester. Very few people do get an A in this course. However, it is it is attainable. And I just want you to remember that I will have you use APA format in all of your submitted assignments. I do want you to reference information that is not in your own words or information that you've acquired from outside sources. Some of the communication expectations, please do check Canvas regularly, check your email regularly. Do post a picture of yourself on your Canvas profile. There will be a syllabus quiz. These are just certain get to know you kinds of things. I want to make sure that you have read through the syllabus and understand the contents of it and what is expected. Make sure you have regular class or regular access to your email, as I mentioned. If you want to reach me, the instructor, you can always call me. I work full-time at Miller Children's and Women's Hospital in Long Beach. I teach at Cal State LA and Cal State Long Beach. My sons are both living on their own, so all I do is pretty much work and read People magazine on Friday. So I am here for you. I throw myself in to teaching and responding in a timely manner to your concerns, your questions, and your challenges. If there are any grading disputes, please do put that dispute in writing and as soon as possible, and I will take all written consideration into creating some sort of resolution. Let's see here. If any student has any challenge during the semester, and since this is a Zoom class or online course, I don't suspect that you will report any inappropriate matter because you're Zooming within the comfort of your own home, your car, or wherever, and not in a classroom. So, but if there was a situation, please do bring that to my attention, of sexual nature, of violence or batter or whatever it is. You need to alert me so I can point you in the appropriate direction for resources and help. Please do attend every Zoom lecture. You are getting points for attending, and when I call your name and to make sure that you're present, if you do not say here, you better let me know why. Perhaps your audio wasn't working properly, or you're in the chat room or whatever, and I will make a note of that. But you do get points for attending all of those Monday Zoom lectures, and I will be keeping track of attendance. Late or missing assignments. If you turn in an assignment late, your grade will drop by 5% for each day it is late. Okay. If you are missing assignments, if you have an emergency or you have a doctor's note, I will accept that so that you do not get a 0, and then please do submit that assignment as soon as humanly possible. There is a clause here about academic honesty and conduct. If you write anything in your assignment that is not in your own words, that is lifted from another source, or is plagiarized from a textbook or reading materials, and it is not cited, then that is reason for me to report that as dishonest academic conduct, and you would get a 0 on that particular assignment. The required technology and computers. Again, the library has computers available. Otherwise, you need to have a laptop or a desktop computer. You can Zoom your lectures on your phone if you're out and about, but assignments will require computer use. For the health and safety of all of our students, masks are no longer required. And again, this is an online course, so hopefully you are not in a crowded or congested area when you are Zooming. And if you are, you may still want to wear a mask. There is an uptick in cases reported of COVID since we no longer wear masks. And hopefully that is just because people were not vaccinated. We have not seen an increase in hospitalizations, but we've seen an increase in symptoms reported in the emergency departments. So worldwide, there is an upsurge in COVID again. So it's ridiculous that we are not being required to wear masks. But if you are in congested areas, please know that they can become super spreader events, and you should wear a mask. If students require any accommodations in this course, please make sure your documentation has been filed in the Office of Student with Disabilities so that I get that information and I can confirm the documentation. Okay. So this is our course schedule or calendar. First off, if it's in red, I need you to pay attention. It has to do with homework and or recorded lectures. Mondays will always meet via Zoom, with the exception of this first week of class. Wednesdays will be independent work. So this first meeting is a recorded overview. You can view it at any point during the first week of class, and then we will come together for face-to-face Zoom. I should rephrase that, for a Zoom lecture on Monday the 28th. So for assignments on August 23rd, you want to read all of the Canvas information, the modules and so forth. You want to post a profile, a profile picture on your Canvas profile. I'm saying this all wrong, but post a picture on your Canvas profile. It's for class introductions on Canvas. Review the syllabus and take the syllabus quiz. And then there is additionally in this first week a recorded lecture. Okay, so in addition to this recorded overview, there is a recorded lecture. Then on August 28th, you have a Zoom lecture with me where I will get to meet you all. And then the homework for that date is to create an ecological map and then upload it for points. And that will have to do with that homework assignment will follow the lecture on theoretical approaches and ecological systems theory. And then there is the announcement of the Two American Families film that you will want to start viewing. And then this is the reading before class. Okay, so this second week of class, then on Wednesday, you have a recorded lecture and reading before class. So third week of class, you have a Zoom lecture with me, reading before class, and then an independent recorded lecture with a homework assignment of reviewing the APA handouts on Canvas and taking the APA quiz. Okay, I don't want to get too far ahead, but this is then the fourth week of class. It's a Zoom lecture with me on September 11th and a homework assignment to review the questions and answers for critical reflection. And this has to do with the reflection paper about Two American Families film. Okay. Independently, that same week, you have a recorded lecture and reading. And then we're into our 5th week of class. Okay. At this point in time, at the 5th week of class, you're going to be choosing partners for your project. I'm hoping for 3 partners in each group. One of you will be the point person, and then you want to post the city you are selecting on Canvas for approval. And there will be a grid posted where you can write in the names of your group members and the city that you intend to review and write a survey for. Okay. That same week, you'll have a recorded lecture with reading. Okay. I'm going to stop there. You kind of get the flow of things. The 6th week of class, well, here I go. The 6th week of class, you'll have a Zoom lecture with the homework assignment of filling out the working partner agreement. That's that contract that provides some accountability for each of the pieces of that that urban community project that your team, your group, and your partners will be working on. Then additionally, you'll have something called the BEM Sex Role Inventory Survey and Reflection. So, and independently that week, it's recorded lecture by our librarian that will share with you how to access some of the resources for pulling out the important information you need, statistics and census information for your project. So that brings me to week 7 of the semester, and I'm going to kind of stop there. We can review more in the coming weeks, but that kind of takes you through the first month and a half of class and gives you an idea of some of the expectations and how class time will be utilized. If you ever have any questions or comments, I will be online 5 minutes before class, and then I am available after class through Zoom. You can always schedule a time to talk to me via phone or Zoom, and then I'm also available by phone or email. That's what I meant to say. So welcome everyone. I am so sorry that I'm not Zooming with you, but I am actually out of the country this first week of class, and I will tell you all about it on Monday the 28th. So welcome, and this will be a really fun, exciting, and great learning experience as you learn about urban families and their community and their environment and resilience. Thank you so much.